So this is a redo of a video that I made earlier this morning. So if it seems like you've already seen it, you did, but I was kind of half asleep when I was making it earlier. So anyway, there was a discussion in our Facebook group, Living the Green Life, about the tops of loquats getting scorched even though they're under shade fabric. So here's the deal with loquats. A good 70% shade fabric is going to work best for loquats for the first summer, sometimes the first two. Loquats, like avocados, are a little heat and sun sensitive when young, and they can burn. They burn a little easier when the roots are not quite established yet. So it seems as though before the roots get established and they can take up enough water to deal with our sun, they're going to dry out fairly quickly. They'll start to put off new growth when the temps come down a bit. But if you don't have to put the trees through that stress, no reason to. So in here I'm using only 50% shade fabric for logistical reasons. And you can see what it does to the tops of the loquats. Now, part of this is due to lack of airflow. The roof of the shade house is only 8 foot. I really should have gone to 10. Because it's at 8, we do not have any airflow through this part of the structure. What that means is when it's 110, 115 degrees outside, which we generally get June, July, and August here in Phoenix, in here it's 10 to 13 degrees hotter. Last year we saw temps of 130, which if these trees were in the ground and established wouldn't be an issue. But when you're a container growing them and they are young plants, that's a problem. Lack of airflow is issue number one in the summer with loquats and avocados. Number two is not enough shade. Like I said, this is 50%. 70 is really the best for them. If you happen to grab just whatever was available at the local hardware store and you don't know the percentage of it, you're asking for trouble. Order the correct percentage from a shade fabric company. I use Arizona Bag Company here in Arizona. They're right up the street from me. I like their service. I like their quality. I'm happy with them. You can also find shade fabric on Amazon and other places. Third, loquats will dry out very quickly when young, especially if container grown. You never want to allow the soil to dry out. It's very difficult to overwater a loquat tree here in Phoenix in the summertime. One of my issues here this year is that we're using automated water, or trying to. It's nice, it saves a little bit of time, but some of the larger pots, these are 15s, are not getting a deep enough soak. We need to adjust our time. As a result, the tops of the trees are drying out. Like I said, it's probably a combination, lack of airflow, too much sun, and drying out. 3 different things going on there. I've noticed that when I come through here every 2 or 3 days and give these a good hand water and soak them completely through, they really perk up and I'll see a little bit of new growth start to come out, as we are here. So as it is usually in gardening, it's never just one thing, it's a combination of a few different things. 70% shade fabric for loquats. Keep them wet. Do not allow them to dry out. Make sure they have good airflow. You want to keep your shade fabric at least a few foot off the tree in each direction. If you can, try and leave the north side open. Maybe not bring the shade fabric all the way to the ground. Keep it a couple foot off the ground. Do what you need to do to make sure that the tree breathes. If you have any questions, please ask in our Facebook group, Living the Green Life. Our Instagram page is Seamus_O'Leary_. Don't be a lazy bastard like me. Be proactive. Give your trees the proper protection that they're going to need to get established. Loquats do grow very well here in Phoenix. Just have to get them started. Don't let them cook.